Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples. Peep squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, to the top, to the top, baby. We're going to bring others with us. So let's get it popping. Let's get it cracking, lacking. Let's talk about Southern Charm, season 6, episode 1. It's going down. It seems like the drama's not over. Ashley is in the building. She's coming through. Patricia, she has made up with Kathryn. They're friends and everything else like that. But it seems like some people ain't happy about that situation, and I think it's Elijah and Thomas, because Thomas and Patricia was going back and forth on the internet dissing each other, and Thomas really ridiculed and dismissed Patricia. I was like, damn. So I don't even think Whitney is still friends with Thomas after he dissed his mother like that. There's no way. So we have that situation. Thomas is all up in the streets. He's getting caught up with all these cases, these allegations of past rape and all types of sexual assaults and different things like that. It's on my playlist. Just type in Southern Charm and you'll see all the information about Thomas that has been happening. So moving on from that, you have Kathryn. She looks like she's doing well, she's doing better, but it seems like things is gonna go array for her. And it seems like Shep, he's still doing his same thing, but it seems like Naomi, she has moved on and she's happy. It looks like she leveled up, or did she really level up? And Craig is still in his fantasy world, but it looks like he's taking his medication allegedly because his house is put together. I was like, okay. And then we got Austen out here getting caught in threesomes out here on video camera and tape. Was it for the show? What's going on, Austen? I thought you was a good old Southern kid, country boy, eat biscuits, and chase animals and shit like that. You out here in threesomes, you're supposed to be making beer. Your parents has been investing in you and they tired of the bullshit. What's going on? Your father told you he was tired of you living from fist to mouth. He's tired of that shit. What are you up here doing? And you got a new girlfriend. Last year you had another girlfriend. You just can't keep one, can you? What's really going on? I'm like, It's just way too much going on. We got Cameran. She doesn't, it's so hard to be a mother. And she's talking about like, you can't do both. Like, damn, everybody's been doing both. Everybody does both. They work and they raise their child. But, Cameran was like, it can't be done. I was like, Cameran's too much. She was like, she's just like, it can't be done. I was like, oh no, it is going down. So let's start it off. Kathryn, she's in the car. She's panicking because she just found out Thomas got arrested and all this other shit. She's on the phone with Danny and all this other bullshit. And she was like, Thomas showed up to the doctor's appointment like nothing happened. Like everything was all good. Yeah, because he was coked out. She was like, he got out on a PR bond, which, he's good for the money. Of course he's good for the money. That's his town. He runs that town, baby. So we have that situation. She's panicking and, Kathryn doesn't know what to do. Like, she was like, she's just so upset. She wants to go see Danny and talk to Danny about the situation. And Kathryn was like, well, if he gets arrested, then I can get full custody. And then you see in the previews that she's crying that if he gets arrested, she's a single mom. She is a single mom. They don't live together. He's out here living his merry old life. But he's paying the bills or whatever. I think she's worried about the financial aspect of Thomas being away or whatever. So, and she probably still loves Thomas. You know what I mean? That's her first child's father of her 2 children and shit like that. And he was older than her. And he promised her this fairy tale, this wonderful life. And we find out that she was getting tore up from the floor up. I just put out a video today that they're describing the way Thomas treat his women. Like, so the way he treated Kathryn allegedly. So therefore, like, shit, I would be dancing if I was Kathryn. I wouldn't be crying. I wouldn't be worried about that bullshit. If all that stuff is true that the ex-nanny said, I wouldn't care. Not one bit, but it is what it is. It's all allegedly. So maybe she cares because, it's not true. I don't know. So we have that situation. And then Patricia, she's with Michael and she's chilling with Michael, her butler or whatever, and he's making her drinks and things like that. And basically, Whitney, he's coming back because he went on some type of vacation. He's been going for the summer or the winter or whatever. So they're going to throw him a dinner party. And guess who is not invited? Thomas is not invited. He is not allowed to come through. And she realized, Patricia, that, she probably judged, Kathryn the wrong way because, she only seen Thomas' side of things. She knew Thomas and the way Thomas dissed her and dismissed her and lied on her and publicly humiliated her. she realized that maybe she shouldn't have been listening to Thomas all this time, and maybe, he was lying on Kathryn. So she's gonna give Kathryn a shot, and she's inviting Kathryn. She's inviting everybody to, Whitney's party or whatever, his dinner party, that he's coming back or whatever. So it is what it is, and basically she's just gonna move on from that situation. We have Kathryn. She goes to see Danny, and basically they talk about the situation, and talk about full custody. They talk about how high Thomas looked in his mugshot, how different he looked from when she was with him, and he just totally changed. It is what it is, you know what I mean? He didn't came out the closet. He's Incredible Hulk when he get that white line. Allegedly. So then we have Cameran. She's not selling no houses and nothing like that. She ain't making no money. We can't see her husband. He refused to be filmed on this damn show. So she meets up with Craig. Craig just got back from the Bahamas, whatever the hell he got back from, but his house looks nice. It's decorated nice. It looks nice. He looks clean. He looks healthy. He looks like he's doing well too as well. He's in this fantasy land. I think that Naomi still loves him and wants to be with him, and she's hiding behind her new boyfriend and Blase the third, and she's living a false life of false security, and she's sacrificing her happiness not to, show him that, she loves him or whatever. Naomi and Craig are just way too much. They're not good for each other. I just hope they do move on. I really did think that they could make it. They were both open and willing and not so, playing a victim. They both played a victim too much, and they're both not victims. So we have that situation. And Craig forgets that he acts disrespectful. Naomi forgets that she belittles and tell all her business to everybody. And then in turn, they come back and they make fun of Craig. And people don't like Craig because he's a procrastinator. He does this, he does that. He's brilliant. You know what I mean? Like, he got his law license. He can sew, he can knit. He's a carpenter, Blase the third, but he won't stick to one thing. But he does. He's in real estate. I heard he's in real estate and he's making money off of that. We see he's still in the same house and he fixed it up. So anyways, he's with Cameran, and Cameran was like, you look so sexy. If I wasn't married, if I didn't have a baby, you'd be attractive. I was like, come on, Cameran, you just need a storyline. You know damn well you don't find Craig attractive, but you might do. But you belittle him all the time. And so she promised she was going to take it easy on Craig. That's what she told Shep on the phone. It is what it is. And so they talk about Naomi and her new boyfriend and how happy she is. And Naomi, she's at the gym with her new man. Her new man looks alright. He's going to be an anesthesiologist, I believe. That's what she said. I don't know. So anyways, she just got somebody there. I still think she likes Craig. Whichever way she tries to pretend that she doesn't, they just need to move on. But it sucks when you break up with somebody, you want to not see them. It's over, it's done with. But if you work with the mother sucker, then you're gonna have to see them. And then on top of that, you need to create some kind of controversy so you can stay on the show, because it is what it is. So we have that situation, and Naomi and her boyfriend, he doesn't drink, he doesn't party that much, he won't go to dinners and gatherings with Naomi for right now. I don't know if he's going to be hanging out with her because he's too busy, working in the hospital, making sure that he passes to get his license or whatever. So basically, maybe he's hired. I have no idea. He's not really dying to be around everybody, but we'll see if he gets desperate for attention. Let's see. So we have that situation, and Naomi, I think she leveled up. So, but I don't know if she's going to keep him, and I don't know if she's going to take her mind off of Craig, because she's so shaken and act like such a big deal when Craig's around. When she sees him, she's like, it's like she wants to get up and just slap him in the face and hit him or something, the way that she be looking. So then after that situation, then we have Shep. He meets up with Chelsea. Chelsea done got herself a new house and shit like that, and she got a big girl drawers on or whatever. It's costing her a lot of money. She has to do a lot of haircuts or whatever. She's going to buy a surfboard, and guess who comes in? Shep is trying to recommend the old school one, and they both laugh at him get up out of here. Then he starts to snitch on Austen, talking about Austen got caught in a threesome. He, Austen was supposed to hang out with him the other night, but he chose to hang out with Madison. Madison cheats Blase the third, and he's with her. So basically, Shep is in Austen business. He thinks Austen's competition. For some reason, he always wants to, poke the finger at Austen because he's getting punani. What you mad, Shep? You be getting it too. So anyways, he's talking about Austen like he always does. He's talking about Austen, and basically Austen got caught on camera with a threesome. And then when Austen got caught with that threesome with Chelsea or whatever, not Chelsea, but with Madison, he kept rubbing his penis, and it was like it was itching or it was burning or something. Like it looked so nasty when he had on them blue box, and he just kept rubbing his penis like it was itching. You after you just have sex with two people, your penis starts to itch. Guys, let me know, is that the case? And so he get busted. I'm like, damn, Austen, like you're really going downhill. And Chelsea did a good thing by not continuing a relationship with Austen, because obviously he is a serial cheater. He cheats. He stays drunk and he stays cheating allegedly, and he might like to party with some other stuff, because he always just seems like something's wrong with him or whatever. So moving on from that situation, so they're talking about Austen. Then Austen meets up with Chelsea. Austen meets up with Madison, and basically they're gonna move forward. They forgive each other, and it is what it is. And they kiss, and he just looked like his mouth was burning. Looked like his mouth was hurting. I don't know what's going on with you, Austen, but so he kissed her, and basically they talk about going to, Whitney's dinner party, and his Shep is going to be there, because Shep, basically, how Shep is, like, he talks shit, and he pokes fun at other people. If he was with Madison, it would be all good. He wouldn't want nobody to poke fun at her, but he's going to poke fun at Madison, because Madison be out here spreading them legs upside down. And he also thinks that Madison is taking advantage of Austen. Austen should not be with her because she's the top level, hood rat. He should have her because he was born or he has more prestige in Charleston, so he should have the top level, streetwalk or whatever, allegedly. So it is what it is with that situation. So, and Chelsea's just looking like, Chelsea was like, hey, it is what it is. But I think Chelsea still has a little love for Austen, and basically because they were friends too as well. So it is what it is with that. It is what it is with that situation. So I was just like, damn, what is going on? So we get to the dinner party. Everybody shows up. Patricia got on this long gold dress. It looked good. I don't know. It was alright. But Kathryn, she shows up and she looks nice in her dress. All the ladies look nice, but I think Kathryn looked the best, in my opinion, with her dress. And then she meets Whitney or whatever, and they laugh, and Whitney kind of makes a comment. Whitney be reading people. Only thing is, Whitney be reading people with that high vocabulary, and nobody knows what he be saying. Only person that understand his reads are usually Shep. And JD understands the read because he be reading with elegance. I mean, like, yo. So anyways, so, Danny's there. You have, Kathryn, she's there. And then all the ladies, they show up. Naomi, she shows up. Chelsea shows up. And Craig is there. Craig, he brings a date or whatever. And his date, basically, everyone says that she's beautiful, whatever. And Naomi's acting all bothered, and like she doesn't want to talk to her. She wastes her drink. Like she's so distracted, she can't say hi to Craig. She can't say hi to his new date. She was just at the gym with her man. Like, what if she moved on? Like, why is she so nervous and so like amped and so like shooken about the situation? Like, come on, miss me with that, Naomi. So, but Naomi does get up and she greets, Craig, and she greets, Craig's date or whatever. So it is what it is with that situation. But she made a big deal out of nothing. And then you got Kathryn, she's laughing with Chelsea, she's laughing with Danny, and talking about, she knows the insights and out of this house and Whitney, and basically like the rumor that she slept over here at Whitney's house. And there was a rumor that she slept with Whitney. Some people believe that Whitney slept with Kathryn. If you think he's heterosexual, because some people don't think he's heterosexual, I believe he slept with Kathryn, in my opinion. But a lot of people don't believe he did, because they say he'll never have no girl that stays around long enough. So it is what it is. I wonder how things would be so different if Kathryn would actually stay with Whitney, because she first met Whitney was the first one that she got with. So I wonder if things would have been different, but it's still a big age gap. But Whitney and Patricia would have treated her like royalty, because Patricia wanted a grandbaby. She still want one, but she don't really bring it up that as much as she used to. bring it up. So, she spilled her drink. It is what it is. And then here comes none other than Eliza, she comes through. Basically, she's loud and she rambunctious. And she's like, hi, Kathryn. Hi, this person. And then she gets into a conversation with Shep and Patricia, and she talks about, I seen Thomas here, I seen Ashley, I seen this one, I love Thomas is my best friend, blase, and all the other stuff. And then, Patricia's like, I don't want to hear this shit because she's beefing with Thomas, and Shep was like, yo, you shouldn't bring this up. So it seems like Elijah, she didn't have a date or whatever. She called Shep at the last minute or whatever. So then Elijah, she's talking about how young how old she feels when she's only 22 because she was playing polo. She was doing polo here, polo there. You got to be fit for polo. Thomas is fit for polo. I was playing polo with Thomas and all this other stuff. So she's just bringing his name and name dropping him. She doesn't know, nobody in the room wants to name drop him because he got all these charges on him, number one. Then on top of that, he's beefing with Patricia, Whitney, and Shep is kind of like shunning, Thomas too as well. And so it's just like she's doing the most for Thomas, like she's doing advertisement, like, or whatever. And you already know that Kathryn doesn't feel that she doesn't feel good about Elijah, because Elijah allegedly, went back and told Thomas that, Kathryn was doing this, Kathryn was doing that. I don't know if it was true or not, because that was the time where Kathryn behavior could have been kind of edgy and sketchy too as well, because she was having a little bit of substance problems. But whatever the case may be, Kathryn feels like Elijah lied on her or whatever. So Elijah was in their business or whatever, and she's been around running her mouth, and Kathryn feels like she's a liar. So now anytime Kathryn sees her or hears what she has to say, it just irks her, because this is the girl that tried to come between her family, tried to break her and Thomas up, even though Thomas is no good. So Kathryn should move on with the situation. Like, I don't want the mother freaker anymore. You hear all these stories about how he's treating these women, and allegedly he's supposed to have abused Kathryn. So I wouldn't even be mad at her. I'd be like, whatever, I should have been gone from him or whatever. But now Kathryn's taking it the other way, like, oh my God, I can't believe she's here. I can't stand her. Oh my God, she tried to break up our family. Thomas, the way what's going on with the court documents, it sounded like it was a tragedy. It was really horrible at home, horrific at home with Thomas, unless none of that shit is true. So anyways, Kathryn is taking it that way, but they need a plot, they need a storyline. So it is what it is. And so Elijah, she's being rambunctious and loud. Kathryn, she gets up, she walks away. She walks over with Chelsea and Danny, and she was like, oh my God, this girl was saying this girl was saying that, and just basically try to ignore it. And then so they go to the dinner table, and it gets worse. We got, what's her name, Chelsea over here asking Austen, yo, did you know that, Kathryn might have slept with Whitney? Is it true? Then Chelsea goes over there and asks Whitney, did he sleep with, Kathryn? Kathryn sitting right next to them, right in between them, or whatever. She can hear what's going on, basically. And so Whitney was like, he's making these faces like, oh, I don't know, or whatever. And he's basically saying this, that, and making the faces, but I believe he slept with her. Some people don't. I do. And so it is what it is with that situation. And so I'm like, Chelsea, why are you stepping out of bounds? Like, you're just doing way too much. Then you got Elijah. She's going off and she's talking, rambunctiously. She's talking crazily. She's not really, she's being annoying, annoying about what she's talking about. And she's loud and she's over talking people. And it doesn't seem like she's aware of her surroundings, like that she is a touchy situation, but she's only 22, so what do you expect? So we have that situation. Then we have Patricia. She brings up, Shep having babies. Cameran brings it up too as well, to get Shep sperm tested because, something got to be wrong with his eggs because he doesn't have any kids yet, and he's been out here sleeping around for years. And Shep said he don't like to use protection, so, which is a no. And he ain't got no kids out here. And it was like, oh, so we need to get the eggs from Shep, and then the donor would be Kathryn. And it was like a shot at Kathryn because Ashley said that Kathryn is just a donor. And Ashley and Elijah are friends. They talk to each other. They know each other. She's around. And then also Kathryn is pissed off because Ashley's going around taking pictures with her children, knowing that pisses off Kathryn because, number one, Ashley wants to be on the show. Number two, she wants to get under Kathryn's skin. Number three, she wants to have Thomas' kids. Number four, she wants to make Kathryn feel that she's the most important in his life or whatever. So she's doing everything that she can to be a nuisance, and she looked very sickly when she came on in the premiere. I guess we're going to see Ashley soon, but she looks sickly. So it is what it is with the situation. It's just going down, baby. So we have that situation. And then, Kathryn, she gets up, she walks away. Patricia's like, this is just terrible. I thought we could have some elegance. And, Whitney was like, come on, Ma, you love this. And Patricia's like, we need some decency, some elegancy. Basically, look what the trash done. Look what the wind brought in the trash. Basically, that's what Patricia wanted to say. And so basically, Elijah, everybody gets up and leave. Elijah, she goes to talk to, Whitney. She talks to Cameran and she talks to Austen, and basically they tell her she needs to apologize because when she said don't, it could be this and that. So Elijah, she goes up there to Kathryn, even though she doesn't want to apologize to Kathryn. She doesn't feel like she owes her an apology, and now she's a new young thing on the show, and she's trying to stand out. And she was like, well, if I offended you in any way, I don't know I'm sorry, but I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know why you feel this way towards me or the way you're acting towards me, because Elijah kept saying like Kathryn's rolling her eyes at me. I don't know what her problem is. So you keep bringing up her ex in a house full of people that really don't want to talk about him. But then on top of that, Kathryn said you did something to her in the past, like you tried to break up the family. And so Kathryn was like, you know what? I have no time for anybody else to ride on my coattail. And she walked away. And Whitney walked away right with her. Whitney wanted to pick up Kathryn and take her upstairs to the bedroom. Let me tell you. So it is what it is with that situation. So we'll see what happens. Peace. I'm out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples.